Don't want to
Nah,
don't want to do a podcast before the podcast.
we do that all the time, and I'm like, nah, I'm trying to capture these moments and this emotion in here. Nah, man, we gotta keep this going. Community Coalition Show. Y'all know what time it is. K Wilson, David 2K. It's Yin Yin, aka Jersey in the house. Is that Jersey? What's going on down there? Jersey. All right.
What's good, gang?
We're gonna let that slide. I would ask how y'all doing, but I'm nervous. I'm doing.
If you've seen what I've been sending, the music I've been sending to our group chat.
Yes. Are you okay? Are you okay? I don't even listen to it at this point. I'm looking at it like, oh,
well, who heard you?
You've seen the titles, right?
Yes. Like, check on your friends. Like, I'm glad you sending them to people. Like, I just want to make sure you good. How was you?
Yeah, people actually can tell what you're going through by the music you share.
Yes, and we can. Yes,
that's how Ashley knew that me and her brother broke up.
What were you listening to?
Beyonce.
Oh Lord,
the Lemonade album.
Yeah. Solange.
All right, y'all need a hug. David, do you need a hug?
I mean, I do, but also that Solange album is fire.
See. Okay.
I'm sorry. Like,
I know. No, I'm not mad at that. I'm just yeah, I know.
There's really there really is a thing with me and toxic music that I don't know what it is, but toxic music really is.
I know you like that's your bag. That is so your bag.
It really is.
It's not for me. Yindi, how are you doing today?
How are you, Queen?
I got nothing to say.
I mean, I already know, but you know, podcast time, yay!
I'm gonna say it on the podcast because I don't want nobody to come for me, but they for the streets.
Okay, well, for the streets.
Some of them might be listening. That's
okay. Well, you know what? Everybody's listening. I think. I hope. So I'm pretty sure this conversation is going to ruffle some feathers. I got a couple topics. I think we're just going to combine the topics. Let's just go through it. You know. I think.
Let's freestyle tonight.
Let's go with it. But I think we do have questions.
Yeah.
Through our conversations over the last week or so.
Yeah.
Whew, okay. I think one of the big issues is that we're having that. Again, we go back to a lot of false information.
Absolutely.
Communication. There's some stuff happening, y'all.
Right.
I think I first want to address. We need to have a conversation about the human body.
Oh, absolutely.
I think there's a lot men don't understand about women.
High school failed us, bro.
No, I'm not. I don't think it failed.
No, high school failed us.
I mean, high school failed in a lot of ways, but did we really pay attention?
Hold on, I need to put some chapstick on.
Oh, getting ready. What's that? That looked like some good chapstick.
Is that? Yeah, that looks fire.
Not
Where
just for men, you know.
Without.
Where you get that, Yandy?
Ministerstature.org.
Ministerstature, you know, Black by Ministerstature. Like I said, it's not just for men, you know.
Right.
Chapstick, you know, gotta keep the lips moist, right?
Right.
So when you tell someone they for the streets, at least you did it with moist lips. So, no, but okay. So I mean, going back to this, I think, you know, I'm not gonna have a whole school conversation. Yes and no. I do believe, there's a lot of detail they just couldn't go into. But then also what we're seeing now, we've all seen this stuff floating around the world and web and all that stuff.
Or experience,
but I think a lot of it is not understanding each other. And not understanding each other's bodies. And now we got terms that are floating around, stuff that's misunderstood. People believe in stuff that's not really true. Right. And what it is that it may not seem serious to a lot of people. But a lot of people sound like idiots out there right now. Let's just be honest. It makes conversations hard when you're talking to people and they say things like,
hey, you carry your emotions in your stomach.
You said carry emotions or what? in your stomach. Could you please? Could you elaborate a little bit more on that? Like,
I really hope you don't listen to this.
I mean, nobody knows who it is. We were just having a conversation,
right?
we ain't saying no names. I don't know who it was.
Hopefully you're.
I don't think he follows me on Instagram.
I was gonna say, hopefully your roster doesn't listen.
Nah. First of all, what? He doesn't follow me on Instagram. I had a conversation with a friend, male friend, David, just a friend.
Okay.
He was telling me about women and their emotions. And women carry their emotions in the bottom of their stomach. And if you have a man with some reach and he can get in your stomach, he will touch your emotions.
Is that really what that means?
No.
I hope not.
No.
I very much hope not.
God, no, that's not
because
what that means.
If that's what that means, I had wait, what?
No. Okay, let's
stomach.
That's wild.
Dick can't that far.
But no, okay, let's break this down. First of all, no one, men or women, carries their emotions in their stomach.
Yeah,
it's really
listen to this. So I just lost a friend.
Sorry, but hopefully we're educating. Hopefully we're enlightening people, right?
Yeah.
Because I've had some of these conversations with some of my homies too. Right. And I've had to listen in the door. So I don't think this is a one-person thing. Right. I think these are misconceptions that a lot of people believe. So let's just put it out there. The human brain is the center of function for a lot of things, including things like emotion, the chemical processes that move throughout the body,
Absolutely.
So that doesn't happen in your stomach. Emotions aren't carried in your stomach. What happens is your brain may send chemicals throughout your body that give off certain sensations and feelings and stuff like that, but it's not centralized in the stomach. Sorry, that's not the function. The function of the stomach is where your food goes before it gets processed and broken down throughout the body. No emotion there, fam. Sorry. So I think let's start there. That's the first thing. The second thing, the physical part of this, like there's a lot of things. We said when someone with some length, right? Some length. You gotta say reach. Okay, reach. Or you gotta say length with F. Length.
Length.
Talking. Okay, I'm gonna keep it 1,000. Talking about the male penis. There's a lot of people that believe that the male penis is long enough when you're having sex to reach the stomach.
Can you say how long the female's vagina is, the length?
What is the average? 5?
I think
5-6 inches.
I thought it was 3 to 4. I thought it was 3 to 4.
Yeah.
That's the size of the penis, but you said the length, the distance is like you said what did you say? The distance or the length of the vagina is like 6-7 inches?
Yeah, 5 to 8, something like that, 6 to 8 inches, something like that. The average size. Now the vagina can stretch, it can move, but there comes the
one thing the cervix, when the woman is aroused, the cervix will
expand, right?
Forward, where you could stimulate the cervix, but that's pretty much it. You ain't busting through nothing. It's physically impossible for you to bust through the cervix.
Yeah, you don't get past the cervix. Like, so what people are feeling, I think what they're feeling is when you hit the cervix, of course it's pushing, it's pressure, upward pressure, but you're not in their stomach. To get to the stomach, you have to get through a lot.
Yeah.
First of all, the stomach and the vagina aren't connected. Let's start there. You have to get through, we're talking about female reproductive organs.
Right. You're talking about the intestines.
It's a lot. Large, small intestine, both.
Right.
Like
both.
And I know that people say that she flew in her guts as just like a fun statement, but there are some people who really believe.
No, they really believe it.
They were in the guts.
I was in her stomach. No, you weren't, dog. No, you weren't. They're not connected. There's no way. They're not connected. Sorry. Sorry. I've read and I was reading forum stuff where women believe that your stomach is where your food goes.
Right.
First of all, I mean, there's a lot of things wrong with that statement, but as a penis, with man with a penis, I don't want it over there.
Yeah, I got a better one.
Yeah.
To add to that.
I know what you got. Oh, I know.
So this was a discussion. Now it became a group discussion in the male group chat.
Ooh.
Where other men chimed in on it to say that one time a gentleman caused a woman to have a miscarriage by busting her ovaries with his penis. I don't think he knows where the ovaries are. I don't think he understands how babies are made, but he believes that the baby still stays in the ovaries, and that's not true.
No, it's not.
They were so believing that they busted her ovaries with his penis, and the other guy in the group chat was like, I witnessed it. Okay,
hold on.
Yes.
What did you witness? Bro, what did you witness?
Witnessed him, and I quote, beat her puss up so good that he busted her ovaries and caused her to have a miscarriage. And they were dead serious with that. Like, nobody saw anything wrong with that statement. Nobody.
I mean, even if you
don't know where the ovaries are, baby does not sit in the ovaries.
No. First, okay.
Eggs.
Everything is wrong with that. I know. Can we start with the egg? Can we start with the basics of female reproduction?
Well, when a man loves a woman.
I know we gotta go back. That's we gotta go back. Like, we just gotta go all the way back.
Before then, though, the egg has to drop.
Right. It has to drop. It comes, first of all, we're talking about from the fallopian tubes and
yes.
The fallopian tube. Always like that. I don't know why I always like that. But I used to call people that when I was a kid, like, you old fallopian tube. Don't ask me why I used to say stuff like that. But it has to move to the egg to be fertilized and come down.
Right.
You don't reach that. Again, your cap is the cervix, dog. You don't get past that. It's like
ain't nobody reaching that.
You don't pass go, you don't collect $200. Sorry.
And if you collecting money in there, I don't know what you're doing, bro.
First of all,
that you could reach. It's physically impossible for your penis to rupture the ovaries. I mean, the ovaries can rupture, but not from your dick.
And we're talking about
simple as that.
Pain. We're talking about life-threatening injury.
Exactly.
Right.
Like someone can die from that.
Blood. There was no blood.
Like, first of all,
right.
But she had the miscarriage days later. So you ruptured her ovaries, and she went a week or so without having any issues, and then she had a miscarriage.
Something else happened.
First of all, and then can we go back to your man say he's seen it? Like,
so bro, you were watching? You were in the room?
First of all, you a doctor? He was in there. Yeah, yep, there it goes. There it goes. All right. Like, how does that work? First of all, like, there's so many questions there. Like,
what do you see? But they're so confident. Like, I'm the only female in there, because these are my friends. Like, they're your boys. Okay, call it your boys. And this is how confident they were, and they were really arguing with me. Like, yes, he did bust her ovaries with his dick. And I'm like, I'm a woman. Did y'all forget that? Because they do forget that sometimes. Like, I'm a woman. And you legit are really sitting up here trying to sell this story to me. Like, I'm going to believe it.
And they was cool with that because they really believed that. I think they really believed
it. Like, it wasn't even, and they were so dead serious. Even afterwards, when I was talking to my friend and I was like, you just sat up here and witnessed, you said you witnessed. And yes, the person who witnessed the rupture of the ovaries is my friend. You witnessed someone bust someone's ovaries, and he was dead ass serious when he was like, yep, I watched him do it. I watched him beat it up where he ruptured her ovaries.
I'm not.
Like,
that's that guy. That's that guy in the video. That's like, I seen it.
Seen it. Like, there's a lot. I mean, if that's your kink, cool. That's your kink.
Like,
But
you
my
don't
thing
know
is,
how a woman's body is? Don't have
Is this,
sex.
is this your king? Like,
everybody got their kink. If that's what you watching a dude do that, first of all, if you got anywhere near dangerous point in sex, it's painful.
you should stop.
It would be painful. And if you don't stop, there may be other issues there too. Talk about like criminal stuff.
Even when they were talking about the cervix stimulation, they said that could cause some pains too sometimes with women, and that you should stop. But you can't rush your cervix. But I'm just really upset that nobody really knows. And I understand it's our bodies, but I mean, I really am upset that men don't really know where certain things are with the woman's body. Well, it's embarrassing to even have a conversation and you really come out your face and say something stupid like that. Mm-hmm. And you have children and you're going to tell your child that, hey, your ovaries are in your vagina.
I don't want to be I don't want to be there for that talk, because your child is going to sound stupid.
But that's the problem. Here we are. These conversations are continue to happen, and now we got adults saying this stuff.
Yeah, and how old are those guys?
They are 41 and 42.
It's a grown ass man.
They're older than us.
Grown ass man, dog.
They were really talking with me about the woman's body, like, because I'm not a woman.
Like, you don't have one.
Right. Like, I don't know how my body works.
And then also, too, I mean, like, okay, let's go by the physical part. Like, I don't think that's something to be high-fiving about, even if you did force a woman to have a miscarriage. That's not something to high-five about.
Right. And the reason I'm not even going to put the business out there, the reason behind it makes it even worse.
Okay, so this is definitely not
disgusting. I'm a female in the group, but nobody seems to care.
So that's the problem. When a woman is telling you it's not okay. At some point, we have to listen.
Right.
That's part of the problem. What we have is all back and forth, and everybody's fighting and arguing with each other, and everybody's hurt and upset, but no one's taking the time to listen to each other. No one's taking the time to learn from each other. So I'm pretty sure if people are listening to us, they probably think we sound like some idiots. Go do your own research. Google it.
In your gut.
No, please don't do your own research.
No,
hold on. When in the past couple of years, we've heard that, and terrible things have come from that.
But I mean, if you look up, can you feel a dick in your guts? You're gonna see that it's physically impossible when you Google it.
I actually did Google it because of this conversation.
Right.
So that's why I can say Google. Or I mean, go talk to a doctor. Ask a doctor.
That's what I'm saying.
Go see somebody.
Talk to a doctor. Talk to a woman, please.
You know what? Or how about this?
No, because some women be like, yeah, I saw him in my gut.
How about this? Look at a picture of the human body. Look at a detailed picture. You know the picture you go to the doctor's office and then they got to open it up. You can see the different body system. Go look at the reproductive system.
But I mean,
see my reproductive system. Go ahead and take a look.
You're only going to see it in parts if you go to like a female doctor, like the lady doctor, because she got the little thing that fall apart, like the little ovaries fall out.
You can look at a picture of the female reproductive system.
Yeah, you can.
Right. You can look this up.
Yeah, that you can go see. You can go see. Like, these are things that you have information to.
The parents not really go into detail about where the babies come from.
Well, I think, here's part of a bigger issue. No one's having conversations about anything meaningful anymore. No one. So we expect parents to have conversations. Parents ain't around. Sorry. Like, they're just, and if they are, a lot of parents are scared to have these conversations. Because if they feel like they start having a sex talk and their kids going to learn about it, now they're going to start doing it. It's a backwards way. I know, but this is what I'm hearing too. Right. People are not, we're assuming that everyone's having conversations. No, stop assuming that. We need to stop assuming that people are talking about this stuff. They're not talking about this stuff. We need to stop assuming that someone's going to educate your kids. No, we already established school's not really doing it.
Parents aren't really doing it.
So who is doing it now?
Now they're looking up. Oh, okay.
Social media.
Let's see what this is.
Two places: social media and the streets.
Some people be learning from their friends because I mean I could tell you a story.
That's the streets, right?
You just learn how to take care of some personal business.
I don't want to learn that from the streets.
I mean, people learn from the streets too. We learn from each other, friends and stuff, the stuff we hear around. I can tell you all the stuff I learned when I was a kid by listening to the older, ignorant ass men in my neighborhood. And I say that because they were. Now that I look back and I'm like, dang, you know what the hell they was talking about?
But when I was
12, 13, 14 years old, we looked up to them because we thought they knew what they was talking about. But now I realize they ain't know a damn thing.
They ain't no shit.
They ain't no shit. We didn't know that as kids. We thought the world of these men.
Right.
Bunch of winos. Like, I know now.
I think it's okay for women to correct when men say those things. It's okay to correct them.
Absolutely.
Call them dumb sometimes.
Well,
absolutely.
I think we have to have constructive conversations. I think we should be at a place, especially if these people are friends, right? We're talking about people close around us. I'm not talking about random people. If that person is supposed to be your friend, that's someone you consider your friend, you love this person, we should be able to say, hey, nah, fam, I don't think that's right, dog.
Right.
Now, there's a way of doing that too. Like David, hey, David, I don't know if that's right, fam. You might want to look that up. That might be a good way of doing it. I don't want to say, nigga, you stupid.
Do you remember that video you sent me? Geese's.
Yes. Geese's. That's what I'm saying. Like, Big John did a whole series on this. The whole crew is stupid. Like,
shouts to Big John.
There's a way of saying and helping and correcting. We got to help each other out. We all don't know anything. Yeah.
The vaccine will prevent STDs.
There's a whole series of yes.
Yep.
Mycesis and all that stuff, like
Geese's, mooseses.
Yeah, when it's plural, when it's two, it's plural, it's meeseses. Like
it's meese.
Yeah. There is a way that we can have these conversations. It has to be okay, y'all.
Bless you.
But we need to do this for each other, you know. And then when your friend does try to come and talk to you, they're trying to tell you out of love.
Right.
Don't be so quick to get defensive.
Right.
You know, like people are trying to tell you something, and it's hard enough to try to tell somebody. It's hard to try to approach somebody. I don't care if it's friend or not, and try to correct them.
Right. Especially when they're trying to help you not look stupid.
Yes.
Right, because imagine them sharing a story with a bunch of other women and they're like really believing that this is what happened. And the women may not be nice and be like, you're a damn idiot.
That's another thing. That's another thing. People, not everybody's going to be nice about it.
Right. They're going to think you're stupid.
Not everybody's nice about it. I'm also tell you another story.
Yeah, go ahead. And they're fighting in the air like, are you serious right now?
I'm going to tell you another story. Yep.
Meese?
Come on, man. Because here's what happened too. Like, if you out here saying incorrect stuff, you out here saying dumb stuff, you don't know what that does to you. For example, I got a friend. This is a couple years ago, and I love my homie, but he says dumb stuff. He says a lot of these ignorant statements. He's very much like he bashes women and things like that too. Thinks it's funny, right? I like the guy. He has a skill set where he needed a job.
Mm-hmm.
I knew of a place where, you know, he was like, put me on, recommend me. And skill wise, yeah, he probably could have done the job. But I wasn't sticking my neck out for him. Because he was probably going to embarrass himself and embarrass me. That may sound wrong to some people, but you got to understand where this comes from in terms of reputation and stuff. Like when you put people on and you put your friends and your homies on, if you out here saying dumb stuff and you're not representing yourself well, nobody's going to stick themselves out there for you too. I can't stick my neck out there for you. Right. I had another guy I used to work with. This guy who used to work for me, and he would always say nasty, raunchy jokes. He was one of those guys who always say the raunchy joke. He was an older guy too. He thought it was funny. And a lot of people around him, you know, they would kind of laugh when he was around, but it was really uncomfortable for women.
Right.
And he was that guy, you know, the old school guys. We had women that worked around, and he would always say little slick stuff to them, little sexual stuff, little stuff like that. And it would make them really, really uncomfortable.
Sounds like it.
Till one time the new girl showed up and he said something slick and she went and filed a complaint. I don't know if he ever recovered from that.
Yeah.
So
it's all fun and games till you're in front of HR.
It's all fun and games, but like people understand, like this is the reason why friends try to correct each other.
Right.
We're trying to help you out, fam. Right. We don't want you out here saying incorrect stuff, Bruce, because like I said, it may seem small to some people, but if you say that stuff around the wrong person, that could be a big deal to them, especially when you're talking about things like about women and stuff like that too. Like,
absolutely.
Like, how many real women gonna want to reproduce with you? You don't even know what's happening with them. You
don't understand what's going on.
You don't. So, like, that's why I think these conversations are important. This is, again, if you're listening to this, if you're watching this, man, don't be offended. We're trying to help steer this conversation. We're trying to get correct information out there. We don't want you to say something you possibly damage something, even if it is something small, like you just talking to a woman.
We're trying to help you not look stupid.
And again, some people, you know, they say it being funny, which is fine, but there are people who really believe.
And that's the problem.
Stuff. And it's you're not there. You're not. You're not there. Your reach ain't there. Not in that way, but the reach isn't there.
No, okay.
Not in that way. Y'all took it the wrong way.
No. You know what? I think that brings up another conversation. Not everyone out here is packing like we all think they are. We won't have our Oscar. Come on,
right. You're right.
I want to go there.
We're gonna go there. We got. Let's stop. No, because let's stop lying to each other. What's the average penis size?
4 inches.
Damn. So. I should have said that. I'm sorry.
Listen, ain't nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that. And I don't want to laugh. That's why I said I don't want to laugh.
That's all that matters. Look, them people got big ones, don't know how to use them.
But
it's not the size of the boat, it's the motion of the ocean.
No. Because it's not even I think this is another Black culture thing. Because we established the average size of a penis. What's the average size of a woman's vagina?
Oh, that. I thought you said 6-7 inches.
Yeah, I did.
I honestly thought it was 3 to 4.
Here we go. So now we got 3 different measurements, right?
Maybe it's the size of the clitoris, because the clitoris is really long.
But I think the one thing we can say, matter of fact, somebody Google it. The thing is, it's not as big as everybody thinks.
Right.
And there's this whole cultural thing that you got to be like 15.
When a woman is aroused, it is 4.25 inches to 4.75. So see, that's fine. That's the perfect size.
So here we go. Yep. Now we're talking about physically compatible.
Right. That's perfect.
Ooh, that's another factor though.
It is. It's almost stimulation.
Because if you're not
like that too.
Right. And if you're not physically compatible, then it could be a problem.
Yeah. I bring this up because, again, culturally, men are shamed if they don't have really large penises. Black men are shamed, right?
Yeah.
But as we see, the numbers and the data shows, no, you're fine. You're fine.
They increased it. The average size of a male penis erect is 5.5 inches.
Cool.
Okay.
But that's what I'm saying. So can we get out of this whole notion that you gotta be mandingo out this joint to be like make a woman happy?
Without opening a can of worms. To some women, it doesn't matter. I know that's not what the show is about, but to some women, it does matter.
It's important to say.
Penis, because some women do care that he has to be like packing And you know, some men do feel self-conscious about that because they'll tell them in the moment when things are good, it's the biggest dick I've ever had. Why? You never had all the dicks in the world, so it may not be the biggest dick.
Also, stop lying to your partner.
But then when you're mad, the little dick ass dude, get out of here. Then it makes me self-conscious, and then if the next woman comes along, she's stuck with that. Like, oh, well, last girl said my dick is so little. What do I do?
That's see the cultural problem here.
Mm-hmm.
That's a problem because now we got fellas feeling insecure. Also, too, ladies, it's a numbers game. Like, let's be honest. How many men really? If that's the average size, then you know, a lot of women are seeking something and then they're mad because they can't get it.
Right.
Because it ain't everybody.
It really ain't.
You know, like, so I think we got to debunk some of these things. Like, and then women, y'all ain't as big either. Like, if the average,
they gonna kill you.
No, but we just shot the numbers out there.
You be like, pain is pleasure.
But we just shot the numbers out there. But that's not everybody either.
Right.
That's true.
I've had plenty of conversations where they say it hurts.
Yeah, I prefer
you know?
average.
So it's like just stop generalizing everybody. I think that's the problem.
Right. It's okay to be average.
Well, not average. Just find what works for you.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, sometimes those little PPs be doing it. You never know.
Hey, whatever works.
If it is small, get other skills to go with it. Shoot, blow her mind.
You gotta right. You gotta figure out something else.
They got toys. Incorporate them in your act.
Yeah, I think this is learning about each other.
Mm-hmm. It's a conversation.
It is a conversation. So
people are afraid to have those conversations, though. People are afraid to have conversations about a lot of things,
and that's why we're here.
Right.
That's why we're here.
Also, if you can't have that conversation, you probably shouldn't be having sex.
That's my problem too. If you can't communicate, if you can't even get to that point, I was just saying this about an hour ago, matter of fact. You got to get to that point to have these conversations. Like back in the day, when you had to talk to people, right? Mm-hmm. When you had a boyfriend and girlfriend, you went through that talking phase, mm-hmm. or whatever you called it. You learned stuff about that person. You asked questions, and eventually the sex talk happened. That's when you started to learn.
I don't mind, and I personally don't mind having talking about it early. I really don't. I mean, you're not getting it early, but I don't mind knowing, like, set expectations now so I know what I'm getting into, because you might be into something that I just don't want no parts of.
That's the thing. You got to figure it out. We have to, just like like I said, you have conversations about what do you do for a living? Where do you live? What do you like to do for fun? Mm-hmm. Eventually, you get to the sex talk.
Right.
And it may not
clean? Do you do you shower every day?
Do you have any STDs or anything? But eventually also too, I used to ask questions because I got to try to figure the person out. I got to try to figure out what does she like? What doesn't she like? So by the time when I get to that point and we do become intimate, I got a playbook already. Mm-hmm. I got a plan of attack.
Right.
I kind of got a general idea of what she likes and what she doesn't like. And I know she doesn't like certain things. I'm not going over there.
Right.
Listener.
There's a whole cheat code, and it's literally just talking about it.
It's her. She'll tell you everything. They'll tell you everything.
You're surprised how many people don't listen. You could be messing with someone for 20 years and tell them for 20 years, hey, I don't like this. And they still continue to do the same damn thing. And you're just like, yo, when are you going to get it?
And one other thing too,
that goes back to being compatible and knowing what your partner likes
and listening. Yeah. And that might be a red flag. If I keep telling you this over and over again. Plus, I think also too, when it comes to sex, it's not one size fits all. One thing for one person doesn't work for the other.
Right.
So, for example, men, we got our little moves. We got our little go-to moves, right? Boom, boom, boom. Do this, do that. That may not work for everybody.
It doesn't. Because some women, oh my gosh. So some women, not to go into full detail, 'cause I know it's not that type of show, but some women like certain types of stimulation and others may like another type. But men, not all men. We gotta say that, we gotta put the little disclaimer up for
I
people
know.
getting mad.
It's
But
okay.
some men think that all women are the same and they like the same thing. And she'll literally be telling you, I don't like this.
Yeah.
But everybody like, okay, but that's them. It doesn't work for me.
And the same thing for us.
Right.
Same thing
Like,
for men.
I'm not everybody.
There are certain things I don't like. And then there are certain things I thought I didn't like. She did a little different.
Right.
I was like, Or we change as we grow.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
There are things as a young man 20 years ago that I was all about. I was fall for it. Damn near 40. Hell no, I ain't doing that shit no more.
Right.
I can't. Sometimes physically, just like we were just talking about it. Y'all was laughing at me.
Old age.
Old age.
It's
You know,
true.
so like we are constantly changing too. Me and my wife, we 12 plus years into this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Sex
y'all.
Sex looks different than when we started. It does. But we have to keep learning and we keep having the conversation. Yeah, like I have to keep asking, or I pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
I do something. Oh, she wasn't really feeling that this time. Okay, man, I don't know. Kids change things too.
Right.
I noticed after she had kids, certain thing it was different a little bit.
That's because we was just talking about this. Sometimes women feel self-conscious after they have a baby, even though they're beautiful as hell. You just push a whole life out of their private parts. You're beautiful, but they feel like they don't feel sexy anymore and stuff like that. It's so sad.
Emotion plays a big part.
And you know what? And that's another thing. We're talking about all the physical stuff. We're not talking about the psychological, the emotional stuff that comes along with this too.
Mm-hmm.
That's another huge part. It's such a mental thing.
Mm-hmm.
Again, not in your stomach, in your brain.
I was just gonna say, I've always known that women cared about what men thought, but I didn't know how much influence a man had until I watched that show, My Killer Body, with Kim Michelle and all them women who did those plastic surgeries. And a lot of them on the first episode said they did it for a man. Because one girl was like, her man kept cheating on her and he made her feel self-conscious. And so she went and got this botched surgery. Tell your woman you love her. She's beautiful.
I think those things, think about.
You could also leave.
Yes, that's true.
I'm sorry.
People don't have it, David.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that, because I know that there are people out there that feel stuck in certain relationships, and not only that, they feel like they can't leave because they love this person so much, and so they want to make it work.
Right. Some people just want to try to make it work because that's what happens.
I think also psychologically too, people internalize some of these feelings.
Right.
Sometimes it's not so much they thinking outward, they're thinking, oh, I did something wrong.
Oh, I know. I'm guilty of that.
It's me. I did it. I caused this. And this is what, people believe that. And it's
don't be me, but I be thinking that.
But and also too, the power of the brain. You can convince yourself of anything.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you start going on that path, well, maybe it's me. Well, maybe I'm not pretty enough. Maybe I'm doing this. And then here we go. Now you're changing your body. Men do it too.
Right.
Men compensate. What happens is a lot of men think they can get it, so they use materialism.
Mm-hmm.
I got to show where I got the bag. I got to show where I got bread. Right. I got to pull up in the whip so she noticed me.
I got the car. I got the house.
Or
if that don't work, they start a podcast and just bash them all.
And bash them, yep. Or dudes being in the gym 15 days a week. Like,
that's another thing.
Get my body right. I gotta get up. I gotta do
that too. And then we'll cut our hair because now we're gonna start over.
Yeah. Men out there dying stuff.
Right.
Spray on beards.
Lace fronts.
Buying
not only for women anymore.
Right.
I know, but that's so I'm like, we take all this stuff and this is how we conversate. This is how we think this is supposed to go.
Right.
You know, and so what we're not paying attention to what our partners are saying and how they're communicating. And sometimes it's another thing too. It's not always a verbal communication.
Right.
The nonverbals will tell you just as much too. You know,
the nonverbals might tell you even more.
They tell you more.
Pay attention to those nonverbals.
Yeah, you got to pay attention. If you do, like I said, if you're doing the move and she don't, okay, maybe she don't like that, or she like, ooh, you got to pay attention.
Right.
You know, or just mood and stuff.
People get mad and get all huffy and puffy, like,
again, because that's internal. They think they did something wrong with them. Sometimes people aren't in the mood. We're not all in sync all the time. You know, just because you in the mood or you want something doesn't mean that your partner does, and vice versa. And that's okay. It has to be okay. You know, so like, just try to communicate, pay attention with each other.
Please.
You know, man, we had to have a whole anatomy class.
Right. Oh, but we was going to talk about that other thing. Toxic relationships.
I mean, I feel like, do we have the time?
Yeah, we do.
I feel like we're making the time, but let's go.
Let's make the time. We got a couple minutes for it.
I mean,
all right, let's get it. Let's get it. All right, let me start this. I love toxic music. I love, hey, I love you, but I'm gonna go get with this other chick because she wants me right now, and you don't want me right now. So I'm gonna go get with this other chick. I'm hurt about it, but I'm not gonna let you know that.
I think before we get there, right? let's get to the root of some of this stuff.
Well, I'm gonna tell you my story.
Let's go. Let's go. Okay. We here.
I was told just recently that I was too safe, that I wasn't toxic at all or crazy, and that's what they're used to. So why? What's wrong with being safe?
Isn't that a good thing?
Right. That's what I thought.
I should want to get with you because you're not for the streets.
Right. So some of these men out here for the streets. That's the problem.
You're for the home.
I just feel like people are used to that and they think that is a healthy relationship, but it's really not. And I ain't gonna lie, I used to be toxic because there were some things that I did that I didn't know was toxic, that my therapist pointed out was toxic behavior. So it took a lot for me to get to this spot where I am now, but to be told that I'm too safe, I mean, I'm not about to go back to my toxic ways. That's trifling.
Right.
No, I think.
And that's another thing. After someone tells you you're safe, you'd be like, safe? Nah, watch this. And then you fall back into like what you worked so hard to change about yourself.
Right. Like I'd rather be safe than crazy.
And I think the problem here is they're even saying that that's what I'm used to. That's, to me, that's the issue in that whole conversation. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm used to. Mm-hmm. I find a lot now. One, the fact that toxic, and I know that word is loaded. It says a lot. We can bring a lot to it, whatever that means, damage, drama, issues. There's a lot to that. So to say that that's what you're used to me, that's sad. That's sad. That's the first thing I heard there. One, I'm used to that.
You deserve better.
Yeah, you deserve better. Also, too,
I definitely chuck my deuces up to that one, but
yeah, but I mean, because what do you do with that? You know, that's what that person did. That's what they want. That's another thing. So not only that's what they're used to, that's what they're seeking. Mm-hmm. You want issues, problems, drama, stress, trauma, all this stuff. You want that because that's what you know, because that's what they know. People go back to what they know.
They don't value their peace either.
Yeah, because they've never had it. But think about it. Some people have never had
They don't know the definition of
They never
peace.
had it, because if that's what you're used to, that's what you keep going back to. It's like you don't know the other side of train tracks. You know, you've been on one side your whole life. That's what you know, generational curses, all kinds of crazy stuff.
Right.
You ain't never seen it. So when someone tries to show it to you, it's foreign.
Mm-hmm.
You never seen that before. It's like, I mean, we do that in cultures all the time. We go somewhere we ain't never been. You like, ooh, you bougie. You know, you just ain't used to this before. You ain't never seen this before. So what happens is you automatically dismiss it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a negative thing for you. You don't understand it, so you dismiss it. No, you just no. And then the third thing is that clearly hasn't worked for you so far.
It really didn't.
So if you see toxic, that's what you know. But you try to find someone else, it ain't working for you, fam. It's clearly not working for you because you're still searching for something.
Mm-hmm.
So why you keep going back to something that's not working? What is that? Keep going back to the same thing over and over again, even though it's not working?
Insanity.
It's wild because I get told that a lot, that now I have to put a disclaimer up and say, like, if you are looking for drama, if you are looking for crazy, if you're looking for somebody to blow up your phone and harass you, stalk you, this ain't it. I ain't got the time. I got too much going on in my life. I don't care.
Right.
Because some people, that's the only way they think that they're getting love and attention and affection.
But that's not love and attention.
It really isn't. But I noticed that with our culture, that is what we consider to be true love. And I've always been told that since I was young, because I've never been that type of person. Like, my toxic traits were always other things, nothing like that. But I've always been told that since I was young, that I've always been into myself, which was true. I was when I was younger. I was into myself. I don't care. But I've never been the type of person to like call you all the time, every day, all day, or stalk you or do whatever crazy stuff. But they would say, you're selfish because you don't care about me, because you don't do none of those things. That's not love. That's psychotic.
Right. That's not selfish. That's just, hey, I understand that I'm me, you're you. You have a life. I have a life.
Right.
Live your life. I'm gonna live my life. And when we come together, we can live our lives together. And when we're not with each other, we can live our lives separately.
Right. And I would get cheated on with somebody who brought all the toxic energy and they loved it. And I'm just like, why would you want to be with someone like that? Like, what happiness is there? That's who you want to spend forever with?
Right.
Because some people, that's all they know. Right. They never come out of it themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Because to find the difference, you have to know that first. Mm-hmm. You know, you got to know the other side. I like that over there because I seen it. I know that. I want that. But if you can't get out yourself because you still live in the toxic side, you don't know any better. So that's what I'm saying. So they come across you, and they like, who she? What is she doing? Who that? Like you're a unicorn. You're foreign.
So I really don't care.
And you
truly are a unicorn.
But that's that is a problem. That is a huge problem.
It shouldn't be.
Culture, we are drawn to the negative. We are drawn to the trauma and the negativity and all the issues that come along with it. I was just saying that before we started. Again, this is one of those things I don't think is by coincidence. I think this is by design. Mm-hmm. Why? Drama, toxic sells. So what do you see on social media? Again, we go back to, I know we say this a lot, y'all, but there's truth to this. Mm-hmm. We see toxic shows. Mm-hmm. When was the last time, I asked you, when was the last time we saw a wholesome family show with Black people?
I want to say the Rel show.
Yeah, when was the last time we saw, but
got canceled.
Got canceled.
What's that show I was just talking about? The Grand Crew. That's the whole.
Oh, the Grand Crew. Yeah.
No, I'm talking about family.
Oh, family.
Yeah.
Family.
I want to say, yeah, I want to say like the Rel show.
We saw a positive family. You know, that's crazy. How many toxic shows floating around there right now?
Hundreds.
Black culture, that stuff sells drama. Go on social media. What do we hear now? Go any platform. Men bashing women, women bashing men. We hate each other. Cold War. Everybody's mad.
Wait. The women are only bashing the men right now because Black men are literally bashing women on YouTube.
Absolutely.
What are we supposed to do?
But that's what I'm saying. At this point, is there an end in sight? Is there a resolution in sight? We just keep shooting. We just keep shooting at each other. Right. The bullets are passing in the air. Because that's what I'm saying. I don't know who shot first.
Right.
I don't know who shot first. It doesn't even matter at this point.
Right. The men did.
Did they?
Are we sure? Kevin Samuels did start this whole. I mean, it's always been a thing, but to see so many Black men now on YouTube and Instagram and TikTok bashing Black women is just really disgusing.
Yeah,
I mean, because now they have platforms for it.
Right. Some of y'all need to sell your.
Are gay.
But because they got platforms for it now. I think this has been going on for generations.
Right. Some of y'all need to sell your mics.
but no, because now
you give them a, what is that microphone called? A Yeti? What's the microphone?
Yeah. A Yeti.
Oh, the snowball mic. Yeah.
Or the Yeti.
The Yeti.
I know. Go ahead and drop that 120 on that Yeti. And the camera.
Start bashing women like it ain't nobody business.
But so that's what I'm saying. So now here we are. We're still here. No end in sight. Nobody's yielding, nobody's giving, and nobody's learning, and nobody's growing.
Which is the problem.
Here we are.
A huge problem.
It's a big problem. And what happened? Who's winning?
Nobody.
Social media. Big business. Yeah. Big business is eating this up.
Right.
There's a reason why Kevin Samuels is so popular.
Mm-hmm.
He getting paid.
Right.
How can you bash a woman who you actually came out of? You came from a Black woman, so how can you bash
Yendi? If I'm gonna pay you $5 million a year to say what you guys say, you think some people aren't going to pass up that chance?
No. Does Kevin Samuels get paid that much a year? No.
Sure.
His following is growing. I'm pretty sure he's getting up there now. He's growing.
I'm sure he gets more.
I knew a guy who did it for free, and he stayed bashing Black women.
They did it too because they hurt. People hurt. Come on, we're talking about.
That's another thing we need to talk about.
What?
We really need to find a way to. And I know that like not everybody can afford therapy, but we need to figure out a better way of healing because hurt people, and like.
There's a lot of
not good
toxic behavior,
but there's a lot of avenues to heal.
They do have free therapy.
Yeah, but the problem is podcasting isn't looked at, or all this isn't looked at as help. They don't think they need help. That's the problem. They're looking at it as a voice getting heard.
Right. Podcasting is not therapy.
No, it's not. It's not trained. No.
You know what? The girl, I follow this girl on Instagram forever, Princem Kiss. I'm gonna drop her name so that people can look at her. She's not a therapist, but she does write books, and she sends daily affirmations to help you, women especially, mainly women, to find self-love because some women need that. So, I mean, she's not a therapist, but it's helpful because, our people, we don't believe in going to therapy.
Right. And
that's what I'm saying. There's other forms, there's other ways, but bashing negativity, that's not getting us anywhere.
Right.
So we keep doing this. We keep going through these motions.
Mm-hmm.
Again, like I said, everybody's either trying to get famous, they try and get a name out there for themselves off of hurting people.
Right.
Because there's no morality in this.
Right.
Nobody gives a shit about ethics and all of this stuff. They're just saying what they got to say,
Mm-hmm.
He cut Kevin Samuels' microphone.
Right.
But the problem is they not because he's making money for people. That's where I'm going with this too. Business. Huh?
He makes money off of that? Like a lot of money?
Oh, yeah.
YouTube subscribers? Visual, yeah.
YouTube is a huge
money maker, yeah.
Yeah.
Now he's all over the place. He's traveling around. He's getting appearances and stuff. Yes, he's making money.
Appearance fees and all that.
Like, how are you going to take relationship advice from somebody who couldn't even make his own relationships work?
Exactly.
How many people know that though?
How many people care?
Because I'm telling you, there was another group of podcasters. I cannot remember their name.
Oh, we don't need.
Yeah.
I think I know who you're talking about, but
Dude
we
is
don't need
literally
to.
gay. He is gay, but he bashes
Bashes
women.
women.
Like, that's good. We not your type, boo boo.
But that's the problem, because now what we've seen is we have a lot of men look up to this.
Mhm.
They have a blueprint now because he made it sound good. Oh, it sounds good. It sounds, if you don't really know the nuances, if you're not paying attention to the details and doing research, it can sound real convincing.
Right.
It can for a man. I'll be honest, it can for a man. It can sound real good.
Absolutely.
Oh, dang, really? We didn't high value, man. But if you don't know no better, you fall for the trap.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then we forget. Everybody thinks, y'all think these people on TV is doing it for you?
Right.
You think they give a shit about you?
Kenny, haven't you walked into a store and seen a lady say like, "Oh, hey, that would look great on you,"
all the time?
Like,
they think they care about me? They trying to get that back. Perfume lady, they do it all the time. Go to the mall. Go to the mall. Perfume lady track you. They be chasing you down in the mall.
Yep.
I think this is your sin. I think this is lady. You just said there's 15 other people. Get out of my face.
Right.
But
this my scent? You really think this my scent?
This is the bag, y'all. You gotta understand, when you listen to the people out there, they trying to monetize this.
Mm-hmm.
Don't nobody really care about you. And also, too, one size does not fit all.
Right.
We keep making these generalizations up about each other. All men think like this. All women think like this. All men do this. All women do this. No, they don't. No, we don't. We're all
They
different.
do not.
And the problem is, because now you got these people listening to these people, they think everybody thinks like this.
They do not.
Every man thinks women act like this, and every woman thinks he want a high value man and all this bullshit. No, it is not like that in the real world. So I'm trying to make it that way.
Right.
Think for yourself. And
also, why are you trying to have people think for you?
Because the majority of people are sheep, David. It's a sheep mentality. You know,
that's a good point.
And a lot of people, we sheep mentality, group think. We all start coming together. We all start formulating the same thoughts. We start listening to each other. Like I said, it sounds good. That sounds real nice. How many times we watch social media, people start throwing numbers out there and stuff like that. And if you're not fact checking and verifying it, it sounds real good. Dang, maybe 56% people are married. I don't know. You know, no. So people come together and they start to listen to this stuff.
This right. Saying, can we also vote to get rid of bad bitch, basic bitch out of vocabulary?
Man, I hope that leaves in the next year, but I know it's not going to.
Can it leave? Can it leave now? Can it leave now? Okay.
That's another group chat discussion about a bad bitch. No, I'm used to messing with bad bitches, but I'll mess with a basic bitch because she don't cheat.
First of all,
basic bitches get cheat.
No, first of all,
I'm not calling anybody.
No, I know. One, what is the definition? That's not a real thing in real life. If I always say this, if you tell me you're a bad bitch, you're not. You're trying to convince me and you of the same thing. So I'm trying to convince people who you are. Let your actions dictate who you are. So when people say that to me, I don't care what you say. I've heard people say that before. I'm a boss. Shut up.
Well,
shut up.
Know, if you're a boss, moving like a boss.
Bosses don't have to tell you they're a boss.
You can say it in the mirror to yourself, though. Yeah.
See, yes, do what you got to do by yourself, behind closed doors.
Right.
We all do that. We all got to boost ourselves up in our confidence.
Right.
But once you start telling other people, that's like, okay, with people, again, I had people hit me up all the time asking for jobs. I'm a boss. Shut up. No, I'm not giving you a job. That doesn't tell me anything. Stop going on people tell you. Because my next reaction, how? What do you do? What is a boss? What is a bad bitch? What's the definition? Somebody tell me.
I don't know. They couldn't tell me in the group chat what a bad bitch is.
Then go walk down the street by yourself.
Oh yes, one of the guys said Sierra. The girl looks like Sierra. She's a bad bitch.
Go punch yourself. To whoever said that. I'll say it, and I'll say it to their face. Shut up.
Right.
That's not a definition.
And not to take away from Sierra.
No, I love Sierra,
that's
but
not-
no, that is not a definition to a term.
Right.
It's not.
What does that mean?
That's what I'm saying. This is stuff that angers me. This is stuff that angers me. That's why I hate when people say stuff like that. If you have, it's like, what is it? If you have to, I'm trying to convince you of something. That annoys me. Don't try to convince me of anything with your words.
I had a friend used to tell me that, like, back in the day when we were younger, and she was like, if females have to always tell you they're cute or always saying, well, I'm cute, I'm cute,
No, you're
well,
not.
I'm cute, then you're trying to convince yourself that
You're insecure. Trying to
And
convince
where
yourself.
is she now? Is she cute?
Well, my thing is, you probably
no,
could.
my friend didn't say it. She was saying if women have to say it.
Oh,
Well, that's
okay.
the thing with
I
anything.
understand.
If a person has to keep telling you that they are something to how to describe themselves, I'm a boss, I'm cute. Even for men, when we say I'm alpha,
Man.
I'm an alpha man.
I saw that today.
Dog,
Man.
no, shut up. Words mean nothing.
Right. And second, and I don't know if people know this or not, but there's no such thing as an alpha.
That stuff goes back to animal culture to me.
Oh, you know, somebody said, wait, I remember when somebody did say that they're alpha male looking for their alpha female.
I've seen it. I've seen it on Tinder. Tinder is a wild place.
Again, if you're trying to tell me that you're an alpha, I have had friends say that, alpha man, alpha mentality. No, dog. Maybe because I know better, and I try to be secure in things I do, but I read people.
Right.
And again, no, that doesn't show me anything. Again, what do you do? What do you do? Your actions dictate how people perceive you and how you move around in this world. That's all I care about now. I don't care about. So people say that stuff like, I don't care what you say. Your words mean nothing to me.
Right.
In
and
fact,
an alpha doesn't have to say he's an alpha.
I don't have to say it. I don't have to say it. I don't have to say I'm cute. I'm handsome. I'm a boss. How about I just move?
My therapist says, like, you don't need for someone to tell you that you're beautiful and cute every day. If you know that you're beautiful and cute and you believe it, you don't need someone else to tell you. It's nice to hear, but you don't need for them to tell you that all the time. You're just so self-conscious that they need to hear it.
Because if you need someone to tell you, you are always going to be seeking it out.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the problem. So if you don't feel like you're cute, you're always going to be looking for someone to tell you that.
Right.
When you come across people who lie to you.
Oh, that is not nice. They may not be cute to someone else. They may be cute to them.
Okay, let's take it to a different scale. Let's say you're seeking love and validation. That's what you seek. You're looking for love. You're looking for love. You're looking for love. So you come across a creep, a manipulator. And what does he do? I love you, girl. He don't mean it, but he can say it.
Anybody can say it.
Anybody can say it. And I know now that's what I can use to get you. All I gotta do is tell you I love you. Baby, I love you, dog. I love you all day, every day. I love you.
You gonna hear it all day.
But I'm doing whatever I want because I can say it and I know you're gonna fall for it.
Right.
Gotcha.
Toxic.
But here we are.
And even when I mess up,
I love you, girl. I love you, babe.
Yes, this girl is in my bed, but I love you.
I love you though. I was just sleeping with her, but I love you.
Right. I don't feel nothing for her, but I love you.
So this is what happens when you seek validation from other people. You put yourself at their mercy. You really you do.
Yeah.
So these are the little things. All right, we've been going for a minute. I know we can keep talking about this because there's so much. This stuff is so layered. Do we have a couple of Bobs and Karens, David?
Yes, we do, Kenny.
All right.
Let's. Ooh, we got a couple nasty ones.
I saw a couple too. Yeah, I've been.
Yeah.
Them videos been hot and heavy all week. They've been coming fast, so I don't think I've been able to keep up.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about the Bob that called his daughter a nigger.
Oh, I saw that.
His biracial daughter.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, we starting off hot.
Ain't right.
I thought it was
Then
granddaughter. No.
I don't know if it was a daughter or a granddaughter. I apologize. But if you've seen the video, you know what I'm talking about. Also, we have a Bob and Karen couple that started spewing racial slurs at some people, blaming them for COVID. And when the aggressors were trying to get away, when the aggressors were trying to get away, and the people that were insulted pressed on, and they kept shouting the racial slurs, and then they got in their car, and then as they got to their car, finally, they kept shouting the racial slurs, blaming them for COVID. And it's just stupid. It's really stupid.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Chaos.
Absolutely.
Yeah. God, I mean, I don't even know.
Yeah. And then this happened, I think, either today or yesterday. Someone was planting bombs at HBCUs.
Yeah. Yeah. So over around here, Bowie State.
Right.
I think they had something at Howard U.
Yeah.
Did they catch them?
I don't know, but I know they were able to get rid of the bombs, or they were able to. Yeah, I know that they were able to get rid of the bombs, but they weren't able to. I'm not sure if they were able to find who was planting the bombs. But first off, why you need material for bombs?
Yeah.
Oh, that's easy. Baby.
How? Don't tell me that.
Google.
You could. Yeah.
That's easy.
Yeah. And apparently they're not expensive to make too. Apparently, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. Go to the hardware store. They be, like the old movies. They go to the hardware store, $20 and come back and got like pipe bombs for days. Like,
right. You can order material too.
It's crazy, man.
And the other thing about that is that a bomb takes effort.
People got time. They got a whole YouTube channel that teach you about the chemicals that will cause explosions. So I mean,
right. And we've seen certain. Okay, I can't use that as an example because when like they're able to see that, like, oh, this person is actually looking at videos about looking at or making bombs. We should probably look into that. They've done that before.
Yeah.
But also they were like, I know some have, they're like, oh, that ain't nothing. Next thing you know, a bomb goes off.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's hard to track everything, because that goes into privacy too.
Right.
You can't, we start giving people what they Google search. That doesn't mean intent also too sometimes.
Right.
You're
absolutely right.
So I know it's hard. I know it's like trying to find these people the best way we can. But, that's a slippery slope too.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah. Any more?
Nah.
Okay.
But I do want to say, stop being. I can't.
I know you're about to say something. You know the answer to that.
Yeah, I do.
I know. It's rough. It's rough.
It is.
Before we get into back businesses, I do want to acknowledge our Tyrone Cole's Person of the Week.
Do you have their name?
I know what you're going to ask.
Kenny, come on, bro.
You got the name.
I did not. I tried to. I did not get this woman's name. because stuff be happening so fast. And look, I was coming out of a store, and black woman, kind of had my hands full. I got bags and stuff. Black woman, saw me. I didn't think I was struggling. I didn't think I was struggling for real. But I had grocery bags. I had a big box of the logs for the fireplace and all this stuff. And I'm walking to the car, and black woman came up. She probably was in her 40s. And I heard her first. She was like, "Oh, let me help you with that." And I was like, "No, I'm, me being a joke. I'm good. I'm good. I got it." She was like, "No, it's okay. Sometimes you need help too."
Wow.
I was like, "Oh, okay." Like,
wow.
That's all it took. That's all it took. Like, gosh. Oh gosh, like see, David, like that's all it took.
Oh my gosh.
So she took the bag. Like, first of all, then I saw her. She had a uniform on. She had a military uniform on. So one thing I've learned in my life, I'm not going to question a military woman. So I gave her some of my bags. She walked me to the car. So now, first me being, this is honest man brain. Like, I'm walking like, oh, I hope she ain't trying to talk to me. Like, you think that, like, that's dangerous territory for a man. You don't understand what that's like. So not trying to be cocky or arrogant, but a woman being nice to you like that is a little, like, that don't happen all the time.
It's a little sus.
Yeah. So I'm like,
help you carry your bags to the car?
Carry my bags. So I'm like, all right. So we walking. Luckily, I wasn't too far, So, walking, asking questions, like, oh, well, thank you. She was very nice. And she was like, no, it's just the service. It's just the service, she's like, I know you strong. She said, I know you strong and everything, but sometimes we just need help too. So I'm like, okay, please don't say nothing crazy. I hope she doesn't do the transition and try to talk and get the number. You know how this goes, right?
Right.
So I'm like,
she just wanted to help you.
That's all she did. She just wanted to help.
They woke kings.
So for me, but again, y'all don't understand what that's like to be in that situation, especially when you don't want that attention.
Right.
So, making conversation, with her. She was Marine.
Shout out to the Marines.
Shout out to the Marine.
My little brother Marine.
Black female Marine.
For me.
Say what?
Fi.
What'd you say?
Is that Semper Fi?
Yeah. Semper Fi. I think that's
Absolutely.
So she literally helped me with my bags. Have a wonderful day. You take care. You too, ma'am. Thank you so much. She walked away.
She really wanted to legit help you.
So for me, again, these experiences, this is what it means to be, a good person, a person who's helping people in the community. I didn't get her name. One, because I didn't want to ask, really, because I didn't want to feel like I was opening that can of worms. She didn't give it because she didn't care. She didn't want acknowledgement or anything.
Right.
She helped her brother to his bags, to the car.
And I just wanted to shout you out.
That was it.
Right.
So I said, I got in the car. You know what I said? Dang, they're going to ask me what her name was, and I can't give her the name.
And you know what the funny thing is? It's on their uniform.
I know that typically happens, but what I'm trying to really see that I didn't see it. I know that typically happens, but I mean, like, y'all don't understand. I really wasn't trying to give off a bad vibe.
Right.
I really was not trying to give off a bad vibe. I didn't want to seem like a creep. I didn't want to seem like I was opening the door trying to invite anything. Like that's for a man who's in that situation, married man who's, like, that's not what I want. I don't want that type of smoke or attention.
Right.
I'm straight ahead. So, ma'am, whoever you were, thank you. Thank you for helping. I'm pretty sure you probably do stuff like that all the time. Thank you. So that's our Tyrone Cole's person of the week. The Marine. Yeah.
Marine.
Anybody got any ones you could think of? Anything happened throughout the week?
I don't leave my house.
All right. Anybody got black businesses? I know I got one. Yay.
You go first. Go ahead.
I was just going to shout out my publishing company, BOBM Publishing. You know,
Hey,
Business of Mastermind Publishing Company, Black-owned publishing company based in Houston, Texas. Founded by my man Sugar Ray Destin. I can't speak tonight. Sugar Ray is that's my guy. He's a wonderful dude. He has helped dozens upon dozens upon dozens of Black people become authors, become best-selling authors. He's done it for me, and we doing it again. We'll talk about that in a couple weeks.
Yes, sir.
But just the fact that like my communication when we talk and stuff like that, like it's refreshing to have a Black professional, a Black expert in his field who's able to do this, and he has a heart for helping people. So that's my guy. I'm not just shouting him out because we doing things together, but he's helped a lot of people. I've watched him help a lot of people.
Oh, actually, I do have someone I want to shout out. I want to shout out Mr. Fab in Dope Era, because y'all don't understand. Like, Mr. Fab, he does so much for his community. And I know he's a very humble person, and he's not the person that wants to be like highlighted, but that man has done a lot. And I very much appreciate him, and I just want to shout him out. Shouts to Mr. Fab.
Shout out to Mr. Fab. That's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Yendi, what you got?
Hello. So.
Hello.
Valentine's Day is coming up. So I actually have 3 Black businesses to shout out.
Mm.
First of all, I'm going to talk about Kinesis Pudding. Now that's in Pennsylvania. However, the pudding is bomb. She makes everything herself. Follow her Instagram, the pudding bar _. Second of all, ladies, let me get my microphone. Ladies,
okay.
Oh, snap.
Valentine's Day is coming up, and it's time to start buying some gifts. So, self-care baskets are a thing. Holler at me, please. I make them. I hand make everything, not everything. I buy some of the supplies, but anyway, I customize mugs. Shot glasses come with alcohol, whatever you want, I got it. Hit me up. Let me get my Instagram. I don't know by heart. Just message me at pretty.broke_ and _fierce. I gotta change that. That's too much. But also, ladies, for men, what is it? Black by Men of Stature.
Oh yeah, Black by Men of Stature. You know, we get a plug. Also, too, right. We do have, working on a special for.
We're working on the bundle.
Yeah, Valentine's Day bundle. So ladies, get your fellas something nice.
Right, and since we are on the tubes of the tube, do we have some? Let me just throw up in my little sample.
What you got?
Okay, nothing worked when I needed to. Oh my gosh! There we go. Boom. That's a part of the mug, but the background took over. But whatever, little Demon Slayer character now.
Oh, that's cool. That's dope.
Show your stuff.
Yeah.
We got the beard oil. We got the candles. Like we got bar soap.
I love it. See, I don't have to say that. I tell you, it's the best part.
No lie. Now I gave the basket to someone. Definitely loved the candle.
I'm telling you, I can't make this up.
In the beard oil. I'm pretty sure they're using it with somebody else, but whatever. I ain't even mad. That's what it is.
See what that candle do?
My panties dropping, but I was glad that I was able to contribute to panty dropping for someone else.
Somebody panties drop.
Somebody panties drop.
So just know, Black women of stature, it might get the panty drop. It's candle.
Right.
That's what I need to be. No. Like, can you make panty drop a candle, please?
If I find the right scent. Yeah. Whew. Yeah. I mean, if it get that effect, that's a seller right there. Yeah.
That's gonna be a seller.
Yeah, we can work on that. So yeah, and that's so shouting out these businesses. Valentine's Day is coming up, so it's a good time to start thinking about each other. I know it's a marketing holiday. I know. I get it.
Yeah.
But
who can
hey,
support Black businesses? Boom.
that's what I'm saying. If
Right.
you're gonna put your money somewhere, put them in the Black businesses.
Buy Black.
Right.
And a lot of these companies, these people are making this stuff themselves. It's authentic. You know, people are spending, like, for example, candles. People go to the store, put them a lot of money on candles.
Right.
When you have homegrown Black-owned businesses who are literally making this themselves,
Right.
it's good stuff. It's real
You can
stuff.
buy mugs in the store with stupid stuff on there, but hey, support a Black business.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
And
Black. It's Black History Month.
Right.
Yep. So see, sells themselves.
Right.
That's all I got. I'm dropping the pen.
Mm.
I'm done.
This was a good one.
This was a good one. We here, y'all.
This candle is
I
amazing.
don't have my candle anymore. I gotta go get me another.
I might have to re-up too.
Yeah, them candles is going fast. Everybody will hurry up. So we re-up. So this show brought to you by the Black Squirrel Media Network.
Yes. And also Men of Stature.
Men of Stature. Yeah. So check us out. BlackSquirrelMedia.com, all the networks of Black Squirrel Media Network. Also, things coming up with the B-Lit Festival and B-Lit brand.
Mm-hmm.
So check that out for all our Black artists as we support Black art, Black artistry, and, you know, all the podcast stuff on the Black Squirrel Media Network.
Yep.
So if
come to
else,
Black Squirrel.
Come to Black Squirrel. And it's all positive Black vibes. You know, that's the new tag I'm using. Positive Black vibes.
Absolutely.
You know, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to accomplish. Just like with this show, we're trying to positive conversations, education, you know, working things in the right direction. Let's do that, y'all. So until next week, hope it helps. Peace.
Peace.